Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. So what is your pelvic floor? Your pelvic floor is a sling of muscles that starts in the very front of your pubic bone, goes under and attaches to your tailbone. And while it's really important for pre and postnatal women, I do a lot of Pilates pre and postnatal, it's really important for all of us as it does keep our uterine organs in place. It also supports our pelvis and our spine. So really important, especially as we get older, to strengthen and get in touch with our pelvic floor. So that's what we're going to do today. As you see, I'm going to be sitting on this stability ball, and I have another little ball that I'm going to be using. If you don't have either of these items, it's totally fine. If you do, go ahead and grab them. Otherwise, grab a chair, any chair that you can sit upright on, or any, whether it's a volleyball, basketball, soccer ball, or even a yoga foam block, or a thick throw pillow. All of those things will work. So go ahead and pause the video, grab those things now, and I'll meet you back here on the mat. Okay, so seated, whether you're in your chair or on the stability ball, you want to start right away by just lifting the abdominal wall up and in. And we're going to work on a little breathing, core breathing, lateral breathing, so we can use that throughout this entire video. So go ahead and take your hands on your rib cage. So front and side of your rib cage. And as you inhale, I want you to think expand your ribs out to the sides as much as you can. So inhale through the nose, expand. And as you exhale, draw the ribs, sew them together. Exhale through the mouth. Staying tall. Inhale, expand the ribs. Exhale, stay tall, draw the ribs together and start to pull the navel to the spine. Inhale the ribs and exhale, draw those ribs together, pull the navel to the spine. Now we're going to add a little piece to the exhale. I'm going to use a visualization that you're picking up a jelly bean at the end of the exhale from that very lowest point of your pelvic floor. So just bear with me here. So on your inhale, expand the ribs. And on the exhale, draw the navel in and pick up your jelly bean. Inhale, drop the jelly bean, expand the ribs. Exhale, navel in, pick up your jelly bean. And one more. Inhale, let it go, open the ribs. And exhale, draw it in, pick up that jelly bean, squeeze, hold, and release. Okay, so take a moment. We're going to get rid of the chair. I'm going to get rid of the ball, and we're going to come back, and I'll meet you on your back with your small ball or small item. Okay, guys, so we're coming onto our backs with our knees bent, feet flat, and we want to line up hip distance. So heels in line with knees in line with hip bones. And we want to take our ball, whatever kind of ball you have, or foam block or pillow, in between your thighs. So your thighs are already engaged, taking the arms down, slight lift of the chin so we're not pressing into the neck. So inhale, expand the ribs, and exhale, I want you to draw your navel and pick up your jelly bean and squeeze your thighs. Squeeze the jelly bean, squeeze the thighs. Inhale, release the jelly bean and thighs, open the ribs. And exhale, squeeze the navel in, pick up your jelly bean, squeeze the thighs. And inhale, let it go, open it up. Now we're going to add on, we're going to add a bridge. Inhale into your rib cage. Exhale, pick up your jelly bean, squeeze the thighs and lift the hips up. Hold the jelly bean. Inhale, lower, release your jelly bean, let the ribs open. And exhale, lift the hips up, squeeze the thighs, jelly bean, lift, squeeze it. Inhale, let that go and open the ribs. And exhale, squeeze and lift, have your jelly bean, squeeze the thighs. And inhale, lower, let that go. One more, we're going to hold. And on your exhale, pick up your jelly bean, squeeze your thighs and hold. And now little pulses. Pulse the thighs in and in. You're still holding your jelly bean. Squeeze and in and in and in and in and lower down. Very good. Yes, that gets your inner thighs a lot as well. So you can put your ball or item off to the side. Find your way onto one side of your body. So I'm going to start on my left. You can start on your right so you can mirror me. And we're going to lay all the way out onto our arm, and we're going to set up for this clam shell exercise. Now, your knees are bent and your feet are a little bit, but your feet are in line with your tush, basically. So your knees are on the diagonal, okay? So just take this hand in front here or on your hip, or if you really need access to how to breathe into the ribs still, go ahead and take your hand on your rib cage because we're doing the same core breath integration. So inhale, expand the ribs, and exhale, open the thigh up and squeeze your jelly bean while you open the thigh, and close and release it. And open it, squeeze, and close, release, and open and squeeze, and close, release. So this is your exhale. Inhale, and exhale, and inhale, and exhale, and inhale. Now, that was just a little preparation for the advanced clam shell. So now bring your knees in line with your hips and your feet in line with your knees. So inhale, open the ribs and lift the thigh up. And on your exhale, everything comes down and squeezes. And inhale, open. Exhale, squeeze it in. So now we're accessing a little different part of our pelvic floor, so it'll feel different, but we want to be able to do that in all the different positions of our body. And up and down. One more. Up and down. Okay, go ahead and press yourself up and we'll come to the other side. So first line it up where your knees are on a bit of a diagonal from your hips, so your feet can be in line with your tush. Inhale into your ribs. Exhale, lift the knee, squeeze your jelly bean, and let it go. Inhale. And exhale, lift and squeeze. And inhale, we're just getting in touch with a new section. And lower. And up. And lower. One more. And up. And lower. Now, bringing the knees in line with the hips, feet in line with the knees. Inhale, lift everything up. And exhale, squeeze it all in. Try to grab the jelly bean. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze it in. Yes, the thighs are having some action here, and you might really feel that, but try to get in touch with what's underneath. And down. Up. And down. One more. Up and down. Okay, so last exercise, we're going to lay on our backs again. So this last exercise, it's very subtle and small. Most of these are. There's a specific muscle in the pelvic floor muscles called the obturator internus. And that's what this exercise is working, in case you're interested. So lining up in that joint stack. So this involves pelvic tilting in both directions. So I want you to tilt your pelvis forward and squeeze the jelly bean. So there's a teeny lift of the tailbone, and then exhale, release it a little bit, exaggerate the extension. So not a big lift of the low back, just a little one. And bring it forward, exhale, and inhale. So if your pelvic bowl was a clock, exhale would be 12, the tilt up would be 12, and inhale, letting it go, would be 6. And exhale, squeeze that jelly bean, and let it go. And exhale, squeeze, tilt, and release. Now, just for fun, if you can, we're going to try same thing, but 5 and 7. Okay, so think 12, 6, 5 and 7. 5 and 7? Yeah, 5 and 1. 5 and 1. 5 and 1. Okay. So take an inhale first and exhale. Lift to the 1 and inhale over to the 5. And exhale. I don't think I'm saying the numbers right, but I think you guys get the idea. And exhale, slight diagonal, and inhale. Now let's try the other side. Exhale, diagonal tilt, squeeze the jelly bean, inhale to the low diagonal, exhale, and inhale. I just made up the clock metaphor today. Exhale, and inhale. Let's do one more. Exhale, and inhale. Okay, give your knees a little squeeze. Find your way up to a seat any way you want to get there. Thank you guys for joining me. That's a little bit about your pelvic floor. Just a little introduction to some exercises you can do any time for those pelvic floor muscles. I highly encourage it. And if you have any questions about that or any other anatomy related muscles and how you can work them, always reach out to me. See you again on the mat. Thanks.